What is up, everyone, and welcome to the first live stream I've done in a month, basically. It's been a minute, actually. Potato in Canada, welcome. Entrio Infinity, welcome. Glad you guys could make it to the live stream. We are continuing our playthrough of Juno New Origins career mode. We have currently three contracts, sorry, that we're going to be shooting for in this mission right here that we are already on the runway for. They're all of the air races. So the cutting corners, the learning to fly, and the valley air race. And the reason I'm doing these is because the valley air race and the learning to fly missions, if you have a person, a druid in the cockpit, you get an extra 15 tech points, which I need to unlock new stuff for other missions. So we're going to start with learning to fly. So we're targeting the runway edge. Go ahead and bring up an apple. I'm going to throttle up slowly because the torque on this new propeller is a lot. I've like beefed up the engine on this biplane and I need a little bit more. Oh, shoot. All right, hold on. We hit the corner of the runway and freaked out. We're going to retry that. That's dumb. Meet, welcome. Hello. Glad you could make it to the live stream. Every once in a while when you hit the corner of the runway, like the collision boxes, like right here, the collision box right here is just not very smooth and it will cause your plane to freak out. Very annoying when it does that. All right, let's try that again. Learning to fly, target that, great. Throttle up slowly. I want to be on the actual runway when I start building up speed, so we'll just taxi off here. There we go. Now we'll throttle up more controlled. Keep her in control. All right, we're off the runway already. I need to fly through here. We're good. So I want to do the learning to fly air race, which means I need to target this guy. I might be able to do multiple in a row if I'm quick, but there are timers for each of these that start running out as soon as you go through the first waypoint. Ooh, we'll do a little barrel roll right there. Perfect. All right, 3. We're going 177 meters per second. Plenty of speed. Plenty of speed. The problem is we got to land this guy. All right, come around for checkpoint 5. Actually, I can hit checkpoint 5 and the checkpoint below it. We're going to throttle down. I don't need to be going this fast. Whoop. There we go. Checkpoint 5, checkpoint 6. I'm going to throttle all the way down because I need to be basically the landing speed here. We're going to glide in the rest of the way. 7. 8. Can I... Ooh, yes, yes we can. Punch it and pull out. All right, we've done one. Now we need to do 2 more. We're not going to be able to do both. But I can do the cutting corners one. I don't think I can do the cutting corners one because it's longer. But I can definitely do the Valley Air Race in 6 minutes. With as fast as this plane goes, that's definitely an option. How's my biplane so stable? It's actually not. Like, it rolls to the left pretty naturally. Once there's airflow over the wings, it'll fight that. But the takeoff, if you notice, the takeoff was actually pretty dicey. And I was doing a lot to, like, keep it under control. So it's not actually that stable. The big thing is once you get speed going, your wings tend to, like, fight changes in like, angle and stuff. So the faster you're going, the more stable it is. Which is why it's like flying smoothly now. You play mobile? Yeah, I actually play mobile a lot more than I play on PC. I only do PC really when I'm streaming or making videos. But I usually am playing mobile because it's just so convenient. It's like the game I play on my phone. So I've got a career playthrough on my phone And then this career playthrough is exclusively for live streams. I only play this one during live streams, but my phone one I'm a lot farther along in. I like the new rescue missions they've done. Hopefully we might get an opportunity to do a rescue mission in this live stream, depending on how many missions we can do. How are we doing for time here? We got 4 minutes to cover the last 10. I think we're doing fine. We're almost doing 200 meters per second for speed, which is really good for this plane. Cutting through these areas, no problem. Actually, I have a little bit of like upward pitch that I want to see if I can trim out. Oh, we got ourselves a double waypoint situation here. So I got the cutting corners air race checkpoint 2. We're not going to be able to do both of these. But for sure, because we only have 6 minutes for the cutting corners one. And we still have to finish this first one before we could even get to that. So we'll have to land and then like relaunch, save and then relaunch before we can attempt that one. All right, we've got a good bit of distance to cover here. 7 kilometers, basically. There's the waypoint. You can see the little sphere in the distance over this hill. We're going to try and maintain our speed here as much as we can. And we'll drop into the valley. And then I think this is like the return stretch, basically. So we'll hit these checkpoints in the valley. And then it's a loop around one mountain. And then down to the Juno Village pad. Checkpoint 11 here. Done. Now we've got 12, so we'll just fly through the valley here. Nice. Doing good for time. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left. Yeah, we got plenty of time. We can do this. And I want to keep it in the valley because as I round this corner, it'll set me up for this turn, which will hit checkpoint 12, and then it's a pretty much straight shot to 13. Does the game have any like wind directions or dynamics? No, it does not. The only like effects that I have are on like my plane's performance like affecting itself. There's no environmental effects. The air density does change with altitude, obviously. So at higher altitudes, air density gets much lower. That's really the only thing that separates this from like Simple Planes, which is a very popular game that John Drew has made. I think it's actually more popular. I think there are more Simple Planes players. But in Simple Planes, I'm pretty sure the atmosphere is the same density no matter your altitude, I think. Whereas here, obviously, the farther you go up, the thinner the air gets, and eventually you get into actual space. All right, I can see on the left here where my mouse is, there's the runway. So we're going to go through 14. This little peak right on my right wing here, we're going to do a loop around it and then right down into the runway. We have 1 minute left to make the landing. And I think we can do it. You can see our shadow down here. It'll come up as we fly along this mountain. There it is. All right. Into the checkpoint, and then checkpoint 15 right around here. There it is. Loop around the mountain. And I'm going to cut my throttles now because we want to bleed speed. We don't want to hit the runway at speed. Now we'll do 60% throttles here. We don't want to be totally slowed down yet. How are we doing for time? 37 seconds. Maybe we need to punch it a little bit. Checkpoint 17 is the last one, right? Yeah. Okay. We got time. We got time. 21 seconds left. Boom. Done. All right. So we have gotten both of those contracts done. Another 30 tech points. To my credit, we do not have time for cutting corners air race. So we're just going to do a nice leisurely stroll. We need to land this plane, obviously, so we can recover it. So we'll fly out and then line up for a nice slow landing, and then we'll call it good. How much battery do I have? I should be good. I've got 84% still on my battery. Plenty of battery. So I think this can go for like 2 or 3 hours on just the battery. All right, turn the engine off. We're gonna do a little loop around here. Let's see the airport in front of us. Let's start lining up for our landing approach. Not super lined up here, but we'll make it work. No, we won't. All right, we're going a little fast. I'm going to give it just a little bit of gas. This thing, luckily, actually can handle pretty low air speeds to my advantage. So we're going to just take it nice and slow here. I was a little fast on that approach. I did not want to try landing it. I don't want to kill my astronaut here at the end of this flight. That would really suck. We're going to fly out. About there's good. Start our turn. 97 meters per second is a much more reasonable speed, and we're also going to lead it a little bit as we approach. And just going to kill the throttles now. All right, that's better. We're more lined up. And brakes. And brakes. Brakes, 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 brakes. Oh, we're gonna hit the stops here. That's fine. All right, well, we lost our propeller, but I think the motor is still there, and this fuel tank took a little damage, but pilot's alive, so that counts as a good landing. Yeah, he might be hurting, though. Did he take damage? No, he's fine. He's experiencing 1 G right now. I don't know if we don't have a test damage, so I can't say max G's, but he's fine. He's fine. Recover craft. We got basically all our money back. A little bit of damage to the propulsor or the propellers. That's fine. Whatever. All right, so we've done those contracts. We still have the cutting corners air race, which we'll do that next. But we can also just do them again, but for less time. So there's the learning to fly contract again. What if we do just the learning to fly and then we immediately go into the cutting corners air race? That actually might be more reasonable. Let's do that. I think we can do 2 at a time. Yeah, Yuri definitely has a solid concussion, though. That is going to leave some brain hemorrhaging. That is going to hurt. All right, we'll start with learning to fly again. And we'll kick it off. Again, try to do a controlled taxi onto the runway here. And then once we're on the runway, throttle up. All right, here we go. Throttle to full. We'll do the learning to fly route again. Again, we're getting more tech points for this because it's a much shorter time we have to accomplish this. 1:37, which we can do pretty easily with this plane, as fast as it can go. Oh, but not if we do that. Stupid. Hard loop. Sharp loop. Alright, there we go. I can't believe I missed that giant sphere in the sky that I had to fly to. Okay. 2. Do a little tactical loop to reposition us. 3. Pull up. Going for 5 now. 5. Alright, throttle down. We've got 53 seconds, and we don't need to land. We're not going to land. We're just going to touch our wheels to the runway, fly through that checkpoint, and then throttle all the way back up immediately. Oh, did we miss that? No! Oh, this is going to be a fail, isn't it? Hold on. 25 seconds left. Can I salvage this? I need to hit that runway edge almost perfectly here. All right, throttle down all the way. 13 seconds. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 6, 5. We're literally gliding right along here. And, ooh, oh, no, 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 nope, okay. All right, shoot. All right, we're in trouble. We need to very carefully do an emergency landing here. I hit that a little fast. Pull up. We're going to just bounce off this rock here. That's fine. We're going to use the mountain to reduce our speed in a controlled manner. In a controlled manner. There we go. All right. We're going to recover. We're going to do that again. We're going to just launch right back into that. We're going to do the other contract now. Yeah, emergency landing time. Does Juno have trees? It doesn't in the base game, but there is a mod for Juno New Origins called Parallax, and it has added... It adds like ground scatter, so trees on Drew itself, and then like on the planets, there's like rocks on the ground, which obviously you can't see from orbit, but you know when you're close, you can see them. I don't want to see these SYs. That's kind of gross. Anyway, so going back to what we were doing, but yeah, on the like in these areas, there's trees. I think the desert has rocks. The coast has like palm trees. There's all sorts of stuff. Yeah, it doesn't allow mods on mobile, of course. All right, we're going to restart this village. Not village, this is the cutting corners air race. That's right. Same launch. Nice controlled taxi off onto the runway, and then we'll punch it on the runway and get her going. Favorite aircraft build, like that I've done, is probably this biplane. I actually really like this biplane. It's a lot of fun. It flies really well, and it's just fun. I like flying it. A little challenging to get off the runway. You got to use a lot of control input here, but other than that, it flies really well. All right, checkpoint 2, 3 kilometers away in this direction. There it is. And we're going to be pretty much full steam ahead through this entire race. I'm going to put a little bit of positive pitch trim on my plane because I don't want it to pitch up slowly. That's kind of annoying to control and correct. What if I added an RTG to the plane? That would be pretty insane and also would kill the pilot because it's a plutonium source that's decaying to make that energy. What I can do is add a fuel cell, though. And then I can recharge my batteries by running the fuel cell, and I can burn either jet fuel or Carolox. And the fuel cells, they're pretty expensive. I think it's like $250,000 for a small one, but they produce a lot of electricity, so it can like really substantially extend your range because the fuel is a lot more energy dense than the battery. As far as like kilojoules or, you know, kilowatt hours per pound mass. So if you want to pack a lot of energy and you don't want to increase your weight, the fuel cell is a good option. And then there is actually a solar panel on this biplane right here. So what I can do is, if I'm going to do like a really long distance flight, I can land and wait a couple of days for that one solar panel to recharge. It's slow, but it will recharge the plane over time. Oh, look at that. There's a little research center down there. See that? Little mystery building. That's kind of cool. But yeah, I can land and let the batteries charge up slowly, and then once they've charged up, like continue flying. So do like long distance multi-day trips with this plane. But it's got plenty of battery for just short distance flying like this. Like what we're doing right now is perfect. Why not use suspension on the landing gears? I think I've unlocked... I don't know if I've unlocked suspension or not. If I have, then I think I should put suspension on it. I just haven't yet. In career mode, you don't automatically get suspension when you get wheels. You have to unlock it. So I'd have to check if I do or don't have that, actually. It's a good question. It would help. K-Duck Graviton, welcome to the live stream. Good to see you. A little close to the rock wall. We're going to move away from that. Inverted flying here. Checkpoint 7. Here we go. Now for 8. I think 8's the dodgy one. One of these, in the Cutting Corners air race, one of these you have to, like, fly kind of, like, straight into, like, a mountain, basically, and then pull out last second. Oh, it is this one. Alright, 8's the sketchy one. I don't like 8. Here we go. And pull up. Alright, we're good. Is Chroma Key eating the 8 bar again? Let me look at my... I'm trying to, like, do two things at once. I need to, like, look at my stream output and my actual screen. Oh, yeah. Is it black? That's funny. So it's not Chroma Key. I talked to Pedro about this. It's... And I don't know why. Something about how they've done the colors in the game, the alpha channel for that color of green is like 0 in my streaming software. I'm not using any chroma key right now. It just shows up as 0, which is really weird. Jacob Daniels, welcome to the live stream. Boom, welcome to the live stream. It's good to see you guys. I'm glad you could make it. We're doing the Cutting Corners air race, and I am trying not to get too distracted here. How many G's is Yuri experiencing? That's a good question. He is currently experiencing 7.5, but when I do a turn, like more like 1.5. We'll see when I do a sharp turn what he's going to get here. 1G. Sitting right at 1G, which he's always experiencing 1G because he's, you know, affected by gravity. I think this is giving him like 3 Gs here at the peak. If I do a hard turn, yeah, 3 Gs it looks like. 4 Gs maybe. After I finish this race, we could do a G test. Yeah, just remind me of the issue where all the terrain and water was black. It's the same. I don't know what it is, and I don't know why, like, the battery bar, and then I think the... No, those are still showing up. There was another, like, bar or UI element that was blacked out. I can't remember what it was. No, those are still there. There was another UI element that had the same problem. But then, yeah, in... Not map view, I don't think, but... Maybe it was map view. I don't know. Something was, like, blacked out as well. I don't get it. I don't think it's a mod, either. Although I haven't, explicitly uninstalled all my mods to find out. Maybe it'd be worth doing. I don't know. I don't know. It has to do with the video recording software, though. Because, like, visually, everything looks fine. Like, when I'm just looking at my screen. It looks fine. Alright, we have 2 more checkpoints. Checkpoint 14 and then 15, and we're done. We got 4 minutes to do it. Plenty of time. Not sweating this one at all. Unlike the last one where we were literally down to the last second. And it's really far away, of course. 10 whole kilometers more. Where are we at right now? We're, flying back towards the village. Yeah, that makes sense. And then we have the Drew Orbit contract, which we have 172 days to complete. I'm not worried about that one. That's not hard. We'll start doing some space contracts to rack up the big bucks. These airplane contracts don't pay out a lot of money. It's like $20,000 to $40,000 per contract, but the tech points that they're giving us is really where it's benefiting us. So after this one, we'll have enough tech points. I think we have 50 right now. Do the struts add a lot of drag? That's a good question. Let's check real quick, because it'll actually show us drag force. 0 in stable flight. Not a lot of drag. Almost none. A couple newtons here and there, but I think that's like a rounding error. Other components are adding a lot of drag. So like the wings, obviously, and then the body. Those are all adding drag. Alright. Time for the runway edge. We're going to fly over this mountain. Can Can I land going this way? Or hit it going this way? I think I can. Woo! Alright. Stuck the landing. Alright, now we just need to park it. So we're going to kill our engine. We're just going to glide in the rest of the way. Do a big heavy turn to blow off all our excess airspeed. We lined up with the runway. We're pretty much lined up with the runway already. And brakes. No, no. Brakes. Okay. That's fine. We broke off our propeller again. It's fine. Okay. We'll learn how to land this plane better. But, you know, Yuri's all right. And that's really what matters. We'll recover the craft. It's fine, yeah. Cool. All right, we got 50 tech points. Let's see what we can get with 50. I don't think we can do the getting comfort. No, that's 70. This is one I'd really like because it gives us the space capsule. Getting hot would be good for the heat shield, but really don't care about the heat shield until we have people that we need to protect. We could also just hold on to these. I guess another thing to look at is what our next contract's going to be. Drew Surface Rescue. Oh, this could be good. Rescue guys on a mountain. Time is critical. Must be completed within 1 day. Pays 200,000, which is not bad. Rescue the Druid from the damaged craft. Simple Cub. Crash their plane. So we could fly a plane over there. Could try and make this a 2-seater. That'd be cool. Make this a 2-seater little biplane. Maybe make it a little bigger and then try and rescue a guy. It's just one, right? Alright, we're going to try doing this. I'm not going to take on any more. We've still got these options. I'm not going to take those right now. The next contract we're going to do is the Luna Flyby. And I think we're going to do these two on the same mission. So we'll just build a... Actually, we could probably do all 3 of these. I'm going to accept all 3 of these. My idea is we'll do all 3 of those in one mission. But before we do that, we need to rescue this guy who crashed. I don't know... I don't know if it's the best recruiting practice to recruit other pilots who have crashed or somehow failed in their basic duties of not crashing. You know, like a fundamental thing you need to be as a pilot is not on the ground. So, I don't know if it makes a whole lot of sense actually to recruit pilots who have crashed their planes, but it is definitely a cheaper way to recruit pilots than to pay. I think it's like $24 million to recruit a new astronaut. So, definitely more fiscally responsible for me to recruit, like, victims of crashes. Alright, we're going to scoot all this up, including the pilot seat up here. So he's going to sit under the wings like this, maybe a little bit back, like that. Cool, that's good. Now I can make another chair. We'll just put this in here too. That's too far back. He does not need to be that reclined. There we go. Does that look right as far as like height and spacing? Let's just make a little adjustment here. Get their heads kind of lined up. I want them to be about the same height. Okay. That I think will do. I think that'll do. Here's another thing. I'm going to drop this in favor of just using a parachute on the back of this as an emergency brake. Like that. So my fear is that he's going to be in some like really weird, hard to get to spot and I'm gonna have a hard time trying to like punch the brakes to land. So I'm gonna put this parachute here on the back so that worst case scenario, I've got something to slow me down really quickly. And then, I forgot who it was in chat that mentioned the suspension. Let's see if there is suspension. Doesn't look like it. But what I am going to do is max out my brake torque for all of my wheels. And then I'm going to put these a little farther forward. Okay. All right, I think that will do it for our two-seater plane. Maybe we shorten this tail section a little bit up. Make it 4.5. Because it just seems like kind of disproportionately long now, you know? Make some little adjustments. Does that look good? I don't know. Does that look good? Someone tell me this looks good so I can just move on with my life. Yeah, I don't think I have suspension like as an option either. I just don't think that's an option for these landing gear right now. And I'm not going to put the effort in to do custom ones. I think we can retract these. I think they are retractable now. So one thing we could do, make them a little longer. And tuck them in a bit. Oh, no, shoot, that's not what I want to do. Undo that. I think we can retract those. I'm not going to have this guy be retractable, though. Or is it even an option? I guess it's not even an option. Okay, whatever. We will let it run as it is. I'm going to lower this down just a bit, though. That look good? Is that going to hit? No, that should give us a good angle. All right. Let's give her a go. I'm not going to fiddle with this anymore. Can I tether the crashed Druid? No, I'm not going to drag this guy by a rope back. That seems like a really bad idea. What we're going to do is put him in the back seat. All right, targeting stranded Druid. How far away is he? 23.7 kilometers. Okay, so let's just take a look at the route we're going to have to fly from the village. Is he in some god-awful place? No, he's in a valley. Okay. A valley I can work with. A valley I can do. Yeah, he's obviously not going to be rendered. So I think the approach is we'll fly through these valleys here, and then we'll come right in here and make our landing in the valley between these two mountains where he's crashed, and then we can either have him walk to us, which I think will be easiest. Just have him walk to us from there once we're close enough. Let's zoom in back on our plane. I can also pull up the map. I don't know if my map's going to give me good enough resolution. It's not. Okay. We're not going to use the map. We're just going to send it. All right. Let's start our taxi off. Here we go. 7 meters per second, 8, 9, great. Ooh, a little bit of a bump on the runway there, hate that. But we survived it, we're fine. Alright, we're off, we're good. Just gonna do a hard turn. I think the changes I made to the fuselage shape might have moved around my center of lift and center of mass. I feel like I've got a lot more pitch control. It's like a lot more responsive now, which is not bad. Not bad at all. But I do need to use more positive trim to push my nose back down. About 11% positive pitch trim to like keep my nose from picking up too much. We're pretty much just going to fly straight. I'm going to use a little bit of time acceleration here. This is going to be a relatively boring flight up until the last bit, but we're going to be flying through this valley here, and I can see where my window's opening up. So he crashed, and yeah, you see that little bit of lag as his vehicle loads in. Here's our spot right here. I want to land right in here, so I'm going to slow down early. Let my airspeed bleed off. Briley Davies is our rescuee, our guy we're going after. He's right in there. We're going to go ahead and cut the engine now. I'm going to use just a glide slope, basically, to get in here. I want to have a really low airspeed. Mobile only has 2 times physics time warp. That's actually not true. You can adjust that in the settings. Double check me, but go into your settings and you can increase it. Now, your phone might not like handling more than 2 times time warp, but it is an option. Alright, I see his plane down there, and I think, the slope that I'm going to try landing on right here. This is going to be a little sketchy. We're going to deploy the chute early. Man, this is not... Maybe I don't land on this run. Maybe I just scout it out. Yeah, we're not going to land. We're just going to scout it out, actually. Alright, so pause time. Time out. Let's take a look at what we have to work with here. This is not an ideal place to try and land. Even a small plane. No really good flat spots. Everything down here is no good. Trees and then the bumps make it absolutely useless. The one spot I'm seeing that I could maybe attempt a landing, and keyword on maybe, is I could probably try sliding in right here with the parachute out. Or, yeah, I could use the inclination of the mountain, but the fear I have with using the mountain is my propeller is going to hit the ground first and then blow up. So here's the vehicle embedded in the ground. Briley is just standing by next to it. So we could have him run to us. Is there another spot nearby, like down here? Down here actually might be a better spot. Way fewer trees down here. Terrain seems meh. I don't know. We've got a couple options. We also try up here on this ridge, but then that's a long hike to get out of the valley. There's some trees. Not very flat either. Okay. I think we're going to go for this spot right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly out and around here and basically approach it at nearly stall speed, like super slow, deploy the chute to kill the rest of our speed, and then we're just going to glide in the rest of the way. So, we'll give it like 20% throttle so that we can finish this turn, because I'm going to need a little bit of speed here. So I'm going to use some negative pitch trim. A little bit more speed. We're going to crash out too early. A little bit more. Got to keep our airspeed up for now. Come on, don't stall out, don't stall out, don't stall out. 38, okay. 40, now we're on the glide. There's my mark right there. I want to land right after this tree. If I can park it right between these trees, that'd be perfect. We're picking up speed, gonna go ahead and deploy my chute early. Not quite, not quite. Nope, nope, negative. Alright, now we're in a tricky situation. Okay, we have a drag chute out, which is not... Can I repack it? Oh, that's perfect. Never mind. I can repack it. That's right, because we've got a guy on board. So, now what? Do we try here? Could try there. It's really not ideal. Tether him from the ground. Shoot a tether up, do a skyhook. You wanted me to pull a skyhook maneuver on this guy? Absolutely not. We're not doing a skyhook. That's such a shitty idea. And not shitty in the sense that it couldn't work, and the shitty in the sense that I'm not capable of pulling it off. Man, he really crashed in an awful spot. All right, come on, come on, come on. Hit the ground. Brakes. Brakes on. Hit the ground. Nope. All right. Give it some gas. Give it more gas. Maybe we do roll up the mountain. Wait, Chaotic, did you when you made this contract use a skyhook maneuver? Is that actually how you pulled this off? If it is, I'll attempt it. If you tell me it can be done. Alright, hold on. Slow down time. Do we... I don't know. Can we? Can we do a skyhook? Both of which were single seat. Do with that tidbit what you will. Here's the problem. We do the skyhook, right? Where's my plane at? Where's it at? There it is. All right. If we do the skyhook, right there. Wait, does he have skyhook ability? Does he have a grappler? He does not. Okay. Or I'm not gonna do the skyhook. I don't like that idea. I think that's a bad idea. And here's why. I don't know how to get him off. Can I reverse the spin of the baits? Did I do variable pitch? I don't know if I don't think I did variable pitch on these blades. No. That would be an option, is to use variable pitch and then have them set to slider 1. No, I think we're going to have to just man up and take this landing somehow. I think right here is our best option. Right here, there's a little strip, and then if we lose, like if we don't land here, we have enough bounce, we could land it right here. That's my thought. Again, we're going to try taking this at stall speed. Right here, or sorry, right here, hit the ground, roll, and if we go over the ridge, we've got another, like, place we could hit it. Just don't break the landing gear, you don't need it. I need the landing gear. I don't even know if my landing gear is retractable. No, it's not retractable. I do need my landing gear for this to work. On the second landing, like when I land back at the airport, I don't need it then, but I do need it for the first landing for sure. Okay. Here we go. We're going 60 meters per second. Brakes are fully on. Touchdown. We've already missed the ridge. I don't think the trees are actually collidable objects. No, they're not. That's good, because I would be dead right now. Okay, touchdown again. We are still moving. I think this is my last opportunity right here. Yeah, no joy. No go on that. The problem is I just can't keep my wheels on the ground. I could try rolling on the side of the mountain, maybe? Maybe? Doing a little... something a little crazy like that. Spin in a circle, come down and glide. Well, the problem is I'll stall out. I don't want to stall out, because that would be bad. Because that's probably what he did, is he stalled out and then he crashed. I could try. We've got pretty low airspeed, and this a little bit of an up ramp right here. Nope, still not enough. Maybe right here. If the trees aren't something I can collide with... Oh. Oh, no, no, no. I needed that. I needed that. No joy. Also, my brakes don't seem to be doing anything for me. Maybe that's the problem. All right. Undo and exit. Undo and exit. Start over. Back to the drawing board. We need a better solution for this mission. What kind of brake torque do my wheels have? I've already maxed it out. That's the problem. If I make them bigger, do they give me more? They do. That's an option. Maybe that would help. 525. Forward traction, sideways traction. Oh, thrust reverser. That's right. Manual thrust control. Max positive pitch. 55. Can I reverse my pitches? We'll try that. Let's do a test and see if I can reverse my pitch. Also change my propellers. I've got the Warbird propellers as an option, but I think we're fine with just the civilian ones. I don't think there's any other changes really we want to make, except parachute height. If we move this up a little bit, I don't think my parachute was actually inflating at all, which is not helping me slow down. Let's make it bigger. I need more brakes. I need more brakes. All right. Try it again. Just jetpack all the way to the village. No, that would suck. We could do a vehicle, but 23.7 kilometers is a long way to go. It still would be faster to try and land something next to him, which is what we're going to do. Oh, yeah, slider 1. So I can reverse my thrust. That is reverse thrust. Right there. Which is good. So reverse thrust capability is good. That's Gucci. We want that. I would like to be not pointing towards the side of the runway, though. If possible. That would be great. Please and thank you. There we go. All right. Now we've got some speed under our belt. We can use our rudder to actually control our angle. There we go. Nope. Okay. And we're off. And we're just going to physics time acceleration all the way over there. Part parachute is taking damage. Why is it taking damage? What? How is it taking damage? No, it's not. Yeah, now this thing's really fighting me. It's fine. We're fine. Control it, control it, control it. Lag spike as we load them in. That's good. We're getting close. Almost there. Whoa. Oh, and his name has changed now it's Kensington Huang, which is a very interesting, like, English and Chinese or Asian name combination. Maybe not the most realistic of names, but, you know, for a random name generator, it works. Okay, time to bleed off our speed. There's our guy down there on the ground. We have our parachute, which definitely kills speed faster. Okay, that definitely kills our speed a lot faster because it's inflating, which is good. So we've got that as an option. We also have thrust reversing. And if I can hit the ground at like 30 meters per second, at stall speed basically, just glide down here, we might be able to make this work. I still think the best approach is coming this way from the valley, coming from this direction towards him. I think this little area right here is going to be our landing strip that we're going to try using. A little bit of thrust. Keep us in the air here. Don't hit the side of the mountain, please. Thrust off. Alright, hold on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't crash, don't crash. No! Alright. We were too early on the parachute. We were too early on the parachute. We're going to try that again. And I think every time we retry this, it's going to re-roll his name. Air brakes, yeah. I mean, the parachute is as good of an air brake as we're going to get for this guy. Like, the kind of air brakes that jets have, really not going to be as applicable for us here. Because those work at high speeds, and at low speeds, like, the amount of drag that it's going to produce is not going to greatly change our speed. Okay, we are off the ground. And turned around and good to go. Trying it again. I think the approach was right, though, because that killed our speed. So if I can be, like... The problem is I was too high up, and then I, like, plummeted down like a rock when I really wanted to be close to the ground and then have all my speed get killed so that I just drop on my wheels. So that's what we're going to try this time. And now it's Ray Frazier. Pretty American name, I would say. Ray Frazier is a very American name. I'm going to do some crazy aerobatics here to bleed some speed as we approach the valley. Just going to do loops for a little bit. I think Potato in Canada mentioned this earlier. But yeah, just doing loops like this to slow down. Our airspeed's now 100 meters per second and dropping 9.5 meters per second. Which is good. That's where we want it to be. Now I'm going to do serpentines, do figure S's through this valley here, keep my speed down. All right. Deploy the parachute. Pitch up. Ah, no, 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 no. How did we still... Oh, that felt so much better. We still broke it? Son of a gun. Well. Hi, Ray. Retry. We're going to get this. All right, that was the closest one we had. I thought we had that one too, because we hit the ground and we were fine. I messed something up there with the landing. My propeller touched the ground. Bummer. Should do a VTOL build for rescue mission. I'm so bad at making VTOLs, though. All right. Here's what we're going to adjust. Undo an exit. Yep, Meat is reading exactly my mind right now. I'm going to make my land gear a little bigger so I can keep my props off the ground. I'm also going to adjust this. Nope, the other way. Like that. So push this up higher off the ground and then landing gear length. Exactly like what Meat was saying. 95, 100. Could do a smaller prop. You take that back. You take that back. I would never make these smaller. Actually, no, you're right, though. A smaller prop would help. Just a little bit. I also just realized this guy's feet's sticking out the front. He needs to scoot back a little bit. Just a little bit. We'll move him back like that. That much. Alright. Maybe they should both move back a little bit more. I feel like he's still too far forward. Maybe like that? Like there? Is that good? Is that a good place to put him? Does that give him good sight lines? I think it does. Okay. Should we call it now? Should we do it? I think we do it. I think she's ready. If this doesn't work, we're doing a VTOL. All right. Slider one up, throttle all the way up. Don't crash on the runway. Don't crash on the runway. There we go. All right, we are on our way. Let's see what his name is now. I feel like it changes every time. Addison Beck. All right, Addison. I think that's a woman's name. We have a female pilot now. I'll take it. Addison Beck. All right. Is Addison Beck the astronaut we're going to get? I don't know at this point. Maybe. We're at 144 meters per second. We need to slow down. We're just going to coast a little bit here. Do some high G turns. Leading off a lot of speed here. 100 meters per second now and decreasing. Let's see if I can get it down to like 80 before I make my approach here. We could also quick save. I realize I've not been quick saving enough. Quick save. There we go. I think this design is actually going to do it. So we'll just try and quick load and do a couple attempts from here. We're at 79 meters per second. I think that's plenty slow. Here's what I'm going to do now. Reverse thrust to keep my speed from getting too high. Because we're going to increase our speed as we descend. If I use reverse thrust, I'm just going to control my blade pitch here. There we go. We're basically at stall speed, and I can maintain this pretty steadily just by adjusting the angle of my blades. It does give me an extra thing that I have to like juggle here, but between that and my parachute, which I'm about to deploy, dang it, nope. All right, quick load, restore. It's fine. That's why we quick saved. Okay, a little early, but we're gonna do the exact same thing. I think we were just a little early with it. Little early with it. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're doing fine. Okay, let's get my bearings real quick. Back here. Yep, that's where we were. Throttle up. Great. Okay. Reverse thrust. Keep our speed down. A little slow. We were a little slow. We were at like 30 meters per second there. Really, we want to be around 40 or 50. Also, come on. Brake. Max out my brake. No reason for my brake not to be already applied. So brakes on. Thrust is being reversed. All right, 50 meters per second. Parachute down. Okay, that was too much brake. Too much brake. I think the brake actually might have messed us up there because when we brake, yeah. And I just see Jacob Daniels' chat might flip with the full brakes. It did. It did flip with the full brakes. Yep. I actually should have seen that coming. Okay, brakes are a no, and that's a no on the brakes, Houston. That is a 0 on the brakes. Okay. I think just our reverse thrust and the parachute should be enough. No, we're not going to time warp, though. Here's what I am going to do. I'm going to use a little less thrust. I'm going to use a little less RPMs here. Because that induces a lot of torque that I don't want to fight at low air speeds. That torque is really difficult to fight. So we're going to use about 50% thrust, more or less. Maybe a little bit more. Alright, now all of it, because we're not slowing down fast enough. Okay, now we can take it off. Now we can take it all the way off. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh. Oh. Is this the one? Please stop sliding. Please stop. I'm holding the B button down. Now I've just got my brakes applied. Are you done? You gonna behave? Okay. Alright, everyone, this is it. Where the heck? I landed over here. I landed way early. There we go. Quick, 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 quick. Run over to the plane. Run to the plane! Okay, okay. We've done it. We have landed against all odds and in a way that is entirely not safe or in accordance with FAA regulations. But we have done it. Now, we need to take off. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to let the plane slide down into this valley a little bit. Because I think that if I let her slide down, that's actually going to give us a little bit more of a runway to work with. And yes, quick save is a must here. Okay. So this is the bottom. This is as low as I can get. First thing we need to do is climb out of here. So we're just going to very carefully increase our thrust. And then we're going to punch it. We're going to punch it hard. Okay, okay, 20. Ooh, okay, all right. Oh man, okay, oh geez, oh man, all right. And we're in the air, we're done. We're going, we're fine. At this point, it's basically a given that this is going to work, because all I got to do now is land at the village. That's easy. Landing at the village is easy, compared to what we just went through. Should we do this in first-person point of view? No, we probably shouldn't. There's our guy, Addison Beck, back there. She's doing good. Let me switch back to the right. No, wrong plane. There we go. There we go. All right, we're done. We're done. We've completed it. We're done. We did it. It's all okay. At this point, we can crash the plane. All we have to do is get to the village. So I'm not stressing out about that part. Go ahead and use some 5x time acceleration. But not towards the ground, ideally. Fly back to the village. I wonder if I need to land. Do I just need to be within the village? Like if I fly within that bubble that I see, or do I need to be stopped? What does the contract say? Bring the druid back to the village. I mean, it seems like I could just fly into that bubble and call it good. Alright. We're going to park it right here. Come around the front. We're going to do just a regular landing approach. We've been doing these the whole live stream. Nothing complicated about this, guys. Nothing complicated. We even have the added braking effect of our parachute here to work to our advantage. Speaking of which, that's not going to do me much good if I don't have it here. That's fine. That's fine. Not worried about that at all. We did it! We did it. We have successfully landed. We have another astronaut in our cohort of astronauts. We've recovered our craft. We're done. We did it. We did it. We're done. Excellent. 2 more druids on hills. Oh my goodness. We're not... Are they just going to throw rescue missions at me? We're not doing another rescue mission. No more rescue missions. That was it. That was fun. That was good. We got another astronaut to work with. Cool. We're going to move on to something else. So, let's save this real quick. Career mode, 2-seater biplane. Great. Save. We need a vehicle that's going to launch, I think, 3 CubeSats and then get a flyby of the moon. I don't know if I have any big enough ones. I don't think this guy's really big enough yet, and it's also not really configured for the alley pad, because that's what we're going to use. We're going to use the desert launch pad instead of the Juno Village launch pad, because I like that launch pad better. I think it's a better launch pad. Gives us more or less flight restrictions, but we're going to make this a much larger rocket. So we're starting with a 12-meter tall booster stage right out of the gate. This guy gives us initial thrust-to-weight ratio 1.17. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and make that thrust-to-weight ratio of 2. Make our nozzle a little smaller. Okay. Do these have control surfaces? Yes, they do. Perfect. So we want control surfaces on those for the extra guidance. Do we want a gas generator? It's pretty good. We'll do a bell for 1. How big is this? 1.28 tons. That's a lot. That is a lot to work with here. We don't need that high of a thrust-to-weight ratio. So let's bring this down, make it more vacuum optimized. A 1-to-1 thrust-to-weight ratio is pretty good. Let's do a full silver paint job on this. There we go. That's our engine. Make it a little taller, this inner stage, to cover it. Does that cover it? Yes, it does. Perfect. Okay. Epic Engineering, hello. Welcome to the live stream. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. Had a good day today. My, one of 2 days off this month, basically. All right, we've got CubeSat. How many CubeSats do we need again? Let's look at the mission. 2, 284 to 195. All right, chilling on that. We'll just put 1 here, 1 here. Call it good. What's our delta V look like for this rocket? Let's put our payloads not on that stage. That would be dumb. Oh, plenty. 3.6 and 4? Yeah, that'll be plenty. We'll go ahead and send it from the alley launch pad. This is going to give us well more than we need for all 3 of these contracts. And we'll get our lunar shot. How are the druids getting down safely? There are no druids on this rocket. To be clear, I'm not launching any druids. So, looking at our missions. First, let's select this craft. We can basically go straight to this orbit, and then the buffers, the plus or minus here, is going to mean as long as we're meeting this orbit's criteria, we'll match the CubeSat mission. So, I'm not going to look at that. I'm just going to look at the Drew orbit mission, because that'll be easy enough to meet. We'll go ahead and launch our vehicle. Start pitching over early, and we're going to do our gravity turn into orbit with our solid rocket motor. And it's a ramp down, so it'll burn fuel slower as we go higher up. We can go ahead and time accelerate. I don't need to watch every second of this launch. Okay, so we are currently on this trajectory, looking good so far. Go to an orbital frame of reference to pitch down a little bit. And then we'll go ahead and just pitch all the way down and use as much as we can. We're at 228 right now, which is good. Go ahead and launch our second stage. As soon as we get this up to 250, right here. So that'll be our periapsis, and then I'm going to just burn at our apex here, and we'll raise our apoapsis up to 360. So we'll go ahead and just time warp here. And that should be good. Full throttle. I pitched up just a little bit to keep my apoapsis from falling away. And now that I see it walking out, we can just pitch forward. Maybe pitch up slightly. Okay. Just lock on prograde now, and we'll throttle down. Here we go. So 260, and I want to get this up to 360. And this is right where it needs to be. So we just need to get this number to 360. 4, 5, 6. Hold this for 5 seconds. Done. And deploy my CubeSats. Done. Both of those contracts are complete, and we've got the payouts. There are our payloads right there. Beautiful. Floating away ever so gracefully. Okay, we are back to our original vehicle now. Now we need to do our lunar shot. We've already put a vehicle over it right there. So it shouldn't be too hard to get this lined up. In fact, I don't think I can do planned burns yet, but we should be lined up for a burn right about here. Be a perfect place to start. So I'm going to go ahead and throttle up. Just burn prograde. We're going to raise our orbit up to Luna's orbit here and call it good. Start throttling down. We want to just approach it nice and controlled. So we probably want to select Luna. There we go. So that's Brigo that we're hitting, which is fine. I'm going to hit Luna right about... There we go. All right, so that is our orbit. And this will put us on a flyby and then crash back into Drew, which is perfect. It's perfect. That's exactly what I want. So, time accelerate through the transit. You can see the moon as we get it closer to it. Entering its sphere of influence now. Great. We'll do our actual flyby portion. And then we're done. We've exited the sphere of influence. Completed all 3 of these contracts. And we can just end the flight now. We don't need to watch this thing go back to the surface, but it'll crash and then be done. So we have 90 tech points now. This is the exciting part. 90 tech points. We have enough. We can do the crewed, the getting comfy one, which gives us the cockpit, the crew compartment, and the space capsule. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. It also lets us use 8 Druids. Gives us the rocket seat. And unlocks some new contracts. Pretty cool. We could do that. Gantt charts gives us the ability to plan maneuvers, which is going to be important later. Also gives us more contracts, more crafts. Also important. I think we're going to do getting comfy, though. That's the way to go. We can use the rest somewhere else. But I think that's where we're going to leave the live stream for tonight. We've accomplished a lot. We did a bunch of air or surface races, bunch of flying races. We did a rescue mission. So we flew quite a lot, actually. We flew that biplane quite a bit. And then we did our lunar flyby, which let us unlock our crew compartment. So we've got enough tech points now to start looking at some of these more space-based contracts. We have the TT flyby, which is the like little asteroid. A Brigo orbit, which is a big one. And then we've got a couple CubeSat missions. I don't want to do this endurance trip. I'm going to pass on that. We do also have the orbital rescue missions, which these are going to be pretty big as well. So we've got a lot to look forward to in the coming contracts. But thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you in the next video or live stream that I do. So take care. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you around.